Ohayou gozaimasu, watashi wa Berk the gaijin desu. Channel ni yokoso. And that's right. It's time for the end of year wrap-up. A look back on just how well did we do this year, and a vow of what we're going to be doing in the year ahead to improve this dumb little channel that I have created. So, without further ado, this last year for me has been a difficult one. As you may recall, about halfway through the year, maybe a little bit less than that, the company that I worked for, the shop that I dearly loved working in, PMT Oxford, Play Music Today, or as we preferred to be known as, Professional Music Technology, shut its doors for good after a solid 25-odd year run. That resulted in me being out of a job and kind of in a dark place. It sucked ass, to put it politely. It was not good. I managed to get a new job. I've managed to land on my feet relatively, but going from working a job every single day that you love, no matter how quiet it was, how boring it happened to be that day, enjoying being there with some of your closest friends, having to not do that anymore is heartbreaking. I never thought I'd love a job quite as much as I did PMT, and to see it go up in flames so monumentally, I am heartbroken. It sucks. So, yeah, to say that this year, in of itself, kind of sucked ass, is a pretty hefty understatement. But aside from that, it's been an okay year for me personally. You know, nothing major, nothing small. I got to go back to Japan for the second time, and truly realized that I love that country with a burning passion, and realizing just how much I hate all the people trying to destroy the reputation of good tourists, that infuriates me. That kind of behavior deeply infuriates me. And, yeah, being able to be what I consider a shining beacon of tourism. It's one of the greatest countries on earth. You can do almost anything there. One of my favorite facts about Japan is that you can go an entire day without speaking to a single person, and yet you're surrounded by the most people you'll ever be surrounded by at any given time. It's a fascinating culture of everyone being on top of each other, but no one paying attention to one another. I loved it so much, and I still love it so much. And it's why I will hopefully be going back for a third time this year. That's right, back-to-back years this time. And I think this time I will be filming some content if I can. So that's something to look forward to in probably the September time, because that's the time that makes the most sense to be going. September, October, November. Potentially November, actually. November might be the better time to be going. But yeah, I'll be going back, and I'm very much looking forward to that this year. But yeah, I got to do that a second time last year. I got to really have the experience of knowing where I was going and not needing to look at maps. I figured out Shinjuku Station, which is kind of a big deal. If you've ever been to Japan, you'll know that that station is a nightmare. I actually often get more lost in Yokohama. That one I get lost in all the time. I still get confused by that train station. But the actual Shinjuku Station, I have now figured out, which is kind of sick. But it was that was a good year. That part of the year was good. That was a good time. I enjoyed it. One thing that I think I started to not enjoy, weirdly, is filming videos. It's not so much I don't enjoy it. I started to realize, because obviously this year just gone, the primary two games I played were Fallout New Vegas and Oblivion. And it kind of hit me that I'm playing the same game, just in different time periods. And the kind of exhaustion of that exact same style of game kind of got to me a little bit by the end of this year. I started dreading recording videos. I started not wanting to record videos. I started to not want to film, which is very weird for me. It's not like me to do that. I usually am very excited to film, like when I do my anime videos. Even though I did put off doing one for a while. My look back video I did put off for a while, but, you know, there's a reason for that. Things weren't great for me mentally. I just needed some time to not be focused on it. And then by the time I was able to do it, I blasted through it, because I really enjoy editing. I enjoy making those kind of videos. So, the majority of the videos I made, though, it's not that I didn't want to make them, and it's not that I didn't enjoy making them. It's more the fact that, I don't know, it's hard to say. I guess a little bit burnt out, because I'm recording a lot of content all at once. And yeah, it's, you know, recording 4 hours of content a week, I'd even say content. Recording 4 videos of gameplay a week doesn't seem that much. When you're on your own and just talking to yourself, and even in the videos where I've streamed, and I'm streaming the entire time, yes, you've heard that sometimes some people have popped in, but for the most part, I'm doing it on my own to myself. And that's a very mentally exhausting thing. And you know, I suppose you could ask, why not just give up then? Why do I continue to make videos if I'm not particularly enjoying it? It's because in a deep-seated way, I am still enjoying it. But it's because my YouTube channel is not for the sake of people watching it. My YouTube channel is simply for the sake of there being an archive of my existence when I'm eventually gone. Now, that's going to be a long ways off, hopefully. But I have a archive of my voice. I have an archive of my personality, so that when the time comes, my loved ones can, you know, play the hits, as it were, and still hear me. And it's just, like I said, it's purely for my own benefit. I like having a place where my dumb creation can be. You know, my anime videos, I love them to death, but they're just for myself. I don't watch them back, but it's to get the creative outlet out. Or to get the creativity out, using a creative outlet, even. And I just love it. I enjoy making videos just for the sake of making videos. I don't really care if this takes off or not, because that's not what this is about. This is about creating, and I enjoy creating. So yeah, the views may not be there, the attention may not be on my channel, but when it's there for the briefest moment, it's kind of cool, because I'm like, cool, a bunch of people are looking at me like a dumbass, or a bunch of people are getting to watch me be a dumbass, and that makes me happy. You know, just in terms of pure numbers, this year, I got 6.9 thousand views. To most people, that might be, like, negative. To me, that's almost 7,000 people looked, perused, skimmed, or even glanced at something I have made. 6,000 people is insane. You know, that's some of the biggest music venues I've been in are 7,000. Not like arenas, but like, you know, certain O2 academies are like, they'll hold a shitload of people. And that's really cool. Like, that's an insane number to think that 7,000 people nearly have seen something I've made. And yeah, they may have just moved on with their day and been like, I don't care about that, but they even gave me a second. I'm appreciative of it. Because that means for at least a brief second they thought I was worthy of their time. And time in this economy is our most valuable resource. So that's cool. And that translates. Like, I have 511.5 watch hours. I make dumb content videos. Gameplay videos. I keep saying content, that's not what I mean. I make dumb gameplay videos. That's kind of nuts, realistically. In perspective, that would mean one person watching 511 of my videos. Which I know that's not how that translates, but I don't have 511 of my videos. You know, in this year alone, that means, what, 500 people watched basically every other video. For the full thing. That's insane. That's an insane number. And it's so cool, and I'm proud of that number. And in terms of subscribers, I gained 38. I didn't think I'd gain 1. I gained 38 whole subscribers this year alone. That's nuts. You know, that's a small bar's worth of people who have specifically decided that they want to commit to observing what I make. And there wasn't a massive drop-off like there usually is around Christmas time for people, because bots get purged. A lot of them are very real people. And that's very cool to me. So, to gain 38 people, the 38 people that did join, if you are here watching this, which I highly doubt, thank you. And to any other subscriber of the 168 I have, thank you for watching my dumb ass and listening to me talk and wobble and ramble and talk utter shite at you for this last 365 days. And now we're going to look onward and upward for what this channel is going to do. Because I've looked at the past year for too long now, and it's time to think of the future. What am I going to do in the year 2026? Well, I'm going to keep playing video games, because I like video games, and I think they're a great way to hone the craft of being able to speak on the fly without needing a script. Don't get me wrong, I don't need a script for what I do. I can very easily talk off the top of my head without requiring me script out things. But the problem for my anime videos is that if I don't script them, I'm not going to hit all the talking points, because I'm dumb and will go on a rant about something and totally lose place of what I was talking about. That's just how my brain is, and it's problematic. But I've already forgotten what I was saying. Oh, the gameplay videos help me just keep talking. And it helps. It does help with recording time, where I don't have to think about what I'm going to say. I can just naturally say it now. I used to do acting as a kid, and I got very good at ad-libbing. But I feel like I did get kind of rusty on that. And these gameplay videos, having to talk, having to try and be entertaining, they've helped. They've helped kind of get me back into that place of being able to speak at quite a high level and be very verbose. So, yeah, more gameplay. I don't know if at some point I'll move the gameplay to a different channel. We'll see if things go well. But if that happens, that happens. And I'll tackle that at a later date. A lot more anime content will be coming to this channel, because I have been bad about that this last year. I got kind of bad about uploading those kind of videos, and I want to get back to uploading them. And one way I'm gonna do it is by introducing my new show, which I might do in short form, but I do not know yet. The Wheel of Anime. That's right. I am going to take one anime at a time from my big wheel of anime and watch either the first season or the complete show, if I haven't already, and then add it to my own tier list of absolute insanity. There are 550 titles on this wheel alone. Some I have watched, some I haven't. Some are great, some are slop. But I will watch as many of them as I can nonetheless, and rank them as best I can. And that's something I want to work on this year. I want to figure out timing of just getting that all recorded. It's a big idea, and it's gonna take time. And another big idea that I've had, what you see before you now, this PNG flappity mouth man, I want to be rid of that by the end of the year. I want to be able to do live action videos before the end of the year. Like, I want to be able to actually have a camera and speak to a camera by the end of the year, because I think that's what I want to do. I want to actually be seen. I want you to have a face to the voice. So, by the end of the year, I intend on having at least 3 live-action videos, 1 new manga video, where I'm going to talk about manga, hopefully, and maybe even the little video idea I came up with, which is the old Berk About Town segment that I want to do, where I find somewhere weeby, if you're in England, to suggest you to go, and then we go there and have a look around. So I've got some big ideas. I've got some big ideas for this year, and I want to actually tackle them. It's going to be a good year. Last year was terrible. Last year sucked and went so far off the rails for me emotionally that I am going to have a good year this year. And one way of doing that is by continuing to make videos. And if you happen to watch this, thank you for watching. I hope you are having a wonderful new year, because hey, this is gonna be the year of Berk. We're gonna grow this channel, and we're gonna grow, more importantly, this little community, so that as many people that are looking for a safe place to be a weeb can come and join myself and just be happy. You may have also noticed I swapped the old profile picture. New year, new me, and a new profile picture to boot. So, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video update, you know what to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit share, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family, and tell a stranger on a train that this is where you'll find the funky freshest of very dumb content. YouTube will shortly be showing you 2 separate videos. One is my most recent anime video, and the other is a video that it thinks you will enjoy. Please consider giving the pair a watch. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, or during one hell of a day, and a very wonderful new year. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.